Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another video at Arena Hacks. My name is Kyle Wagner. Today I'm going to be showing you another budget-friendly deck that I've created for all the people just getting started in Arena. If you've finished all your beginnings challenges and the color challenges, then you should have almost every card in these decks that I'm showing you. Except for a few wild cards I use here and there, and I will explain those in the videos. We're going to go take a look at that deck before some gameplay, and then after the gameplay I'm going to talk to you about a few rares and stuff and other uncommons that if you have the wild cards for in your collection, or you just have those cards in your collection, just ways to improve the deck a little bit further. So that being said, let's go take a look at the deck. Okay, so here's the deck that I named Enchantifax. It is basically a modification of the Starry Eyed, I think is what it's called, which is all about enchantments and artifacts. And you'll see that a lot of things do synergize. The Giant Killer I added from the Adventures deck because it's white, we can play it, and it's got a good removal spell in it. So there's only one copy, so I haven't seen it come up too much when I was testing this deck, but that's one of the modifications there. It comes with these in it, those, some enchantment creatures there. Shadowspear comes, I think it actually does come with that, yeah. Or did I get this in another deck? I got it from one of the pre-constructed decks you guys already have. All That Glitters was already in this deck. I added 2 more copies, which you do need 2 uncommon wild cards for. These guys were already in there. Transcendent Envoy, there was 2 of them in there. I used 2 common wild cards for those. Frogify, and I call this Fishify just because it turns your creature into a fish instead of a frog. So, and I don't know how to pronounce that big word up there, so I just call it Fishify. These 2 are also for this is some more uncommon wild cards that you're going to need to use, and then this is 2 more common wild cards, and then that should be it for the wild cards. 4 of each common, 4 common, 4 uncommon is what I used to take this deck from its pre-constructed state to what it is, what you see here. So I'll explain that guy. These guys are good removal. They're enchantments, so they synergize with all your enchantment stuff. They're auras, so Transcendent Envoy makes them 1 less, which is nice, and they're good removal on your opponent, especially if, you know, like spells like pacifism or something. So okay, your opponent can't attack or block with that creature, which sucks for your opponent to not be able to do those things, but sometimes people are more after their creature's abilities than they are the creature itself for an attacker or blocker. So these 2 guys remove all the abilities from those creatures, so which is why I have them in there. I couldn't decide how many of each because of the converted mana costs and everything. I would say you almost can go with the Fishify more often, or 4 of those. They're commons instead of uncommons, which might be a little more budget friendly. The reason for that is having 0 power, making the creature a 0/1 instead of a 1/1 is a little bit more powerful, and this one usually only costs 2 mana anyways because of the Transcendent Envoy, so it does usually end up costing less anyways. The Banishing Light, should have 4 copies of that. Either we unlocked it in another deck, budget deck I showed you, or it was just already there, a part of the deck. So you should have all copies of those. Great removal. I'm sure if you guys have been following the channel, you've probably seen me use this a lot in the budget decks. There is better white removal simply because this, when your opponent kills this or destroys this with a destroy enchantment effect, they get whatever's been exiled, they get it back. So that's probably the biggest weakness with this. So yeah, the Midnight Clock was already in this deck. Sea-Dasher Octopus I added from another deck just to help get that extra card draw synergy. Shambling Suit was already here. Archons of Sun's Grace, I took that. No wait, that was already in the Starry Eyed deck because of its Constellation ability. You have a lot of enchantments, so this guy goes really good in there. He was already there. Luminous Broodmoth I added from somewhere else. He's not quite as effective in this deck. So at the end of the video, when I go over some rares and uncommons, we're going to talk about him some more. Arcanist Owls, don't really need to explain him much. Again, he was already in there, and you know, it just allows you to tutor up some more artifacts or enchantments. ECD, another enchantment that is really good for removal. Pay attention to that converted mana cost on that first step there. Exile target permanent an opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. So if you don't pay attention, sometimes your opponent doesn't have a creature or a target with, converted mana cost 3 or greater. And I've played this before, thinking I was going to exile something, and all he had was converted mana cost 2 or less. So I played this and it did nothing, which really was embarrassing. So yeah, watch out for that. Pay attention to all cards. Always read. Gotta really pay attention to all the cards and what they say. At the end of the video, I'll actually get to another little thing that I found out that goes right with what I just told you right there. Really read the cards and pay attention. We'll get to that at the end. Shark Typhoon, another enchantment. Not sure what deck I pulled that from. Maybe it even already came in this deck. I think it did already come in the Starry Eyed deck because it's an enchantment. But that's really fun there with a cycling ability, as well as just getting some shark tokens for all your non-creatures. There is a lot more non-creatures spells in this deck than there is creature spells, so that comes in handy that way. So then that's some planes. This is mostly the auto land. I think I decreased 1 planes and added an island, simply because 3 of these, and they tutor up islands or planes for you. So odds are, even with more planes, you're still going to get that 1 planes you need to play the Birth of Meletis. I remember one game, I actually had one of these tapped lands that could do 1 of any color, plus a couple islands, but I had mostly white spells, but one of them was the Birth of Meletis. So I played, I think it was this one I played, tapped first turn, second turn I played an island, and then played the Birth, and I got another plane, so I had lots of white for the rest of the game, and it worked out pretty well. So I think that covers just about everything, and we'll get to some matches now. Okay, here's game 1. I don't like the only white mana, but we do have this Envoy here. And then the Blessing here to protect him. And then he will make this cheaper, so as soon as I get blue, let's keep it. Alright. See how we do. There's that blue. So get the Envoy down. He has something. Oh yeah. Wow. Right away with that. No time. Target enchantment. Oh. What, he's doing all the... We're on the same deck or something here. Well, let's lock that down then. Since he hit mine, I'll repay him in kind. So there. Attack me with your 0/1. Or does he destroy it too? Of course he does. Wow. Well, let's go this way. This is not an enchantment this time. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know which one to choose. Yay. What does ECD do? It does converted mana cost 3 or greater. He's only 2. I do like this one. Ooh, I don't know. Let's just go with the Envoy, I guess. It's an enchantment creature. So I can protect it with the Karametra's Blessing. And of course, he just has everything again. Is this going to be another one of those days? Like, he just has every single freaking thing. 3 or greater. What a bunch of BS. What the hell? Let's put all that glitters on him. And I can play a Plains and protect him with this. Let's just do that. And we'll end the turn. I think that works out alright. This is just kind of ridiculous, everything he keeps throwing at us here. Holy jeez. Oh, please attack with him. Mm-hmm. Anything? So he'll get his little knight token. Mana cost 3 or greater. Sweet deal. Let's hit this guy now. Alright, let's see what else he has. Another one of those guys, okay. As long as I can not let him gain life, hopefully. Somehow. I should play this first. Yeah. And we'll go next. We'll swing in with this. Just get rid of that. So it stops bugging me. Do you want to do this or not? What does he have? Oh, that's not good. Okay. Is he going to attack, though? He has no real way of gaining life to pump this guy up more. So he's going to attack in with him. He's got vigilance. That sucks. So he'll still be able to block. That's a tough one. I think... yeah, let's do it. This guy's going to be free soon. You've got to be kidding me with that. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. ECD, right. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just bring that Shambling Suit back. I thought so long about that. It's like, your ECD is going to bring something back right on your next turn. So that worked out well. Next. Okay. It's a little sluggish off the start, but we'll get a wall token, so yeah. Okay. Good for lands for a little bit. You can show me some, maybe an All That Glitters or something, or even Transcendent Envoy. Ooh, mono red, that's not good. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Unless I'm playing mono red, then it's cool. If I'm playing mono red, it's okay. Playing against it is not okay. Ugh. Ooh, this is not gonna be the greatest. Okay, well, I'm getting some defense now against his stuff. Go this way and clock. Is clock really that important? I need more defense. I really don't want more white mana. But I'm going to gain some life from this. Yeah, I got to go this to get that other wall token. Because I just need to be more defensive against this red deck. Next turn, I think... maybe some removal. We'll see what he plays, what he does this time. Okay, attacks in. Let's see. Doesn't really matter what I block. It's all 2 damage from each. What'd he steal? Banishing Light, that sucks. Is he gonna play it? He probably is too. Like, why wouldn't he? He doesn't play it. That's interesting. Another wall token. Play that. Or should I go this way, maybe? Get some defenders out there? That might not be a bad idea. Or I can get rid of this guy so he stops stealing cards from me. What is it? When he attacks, has more cards in hand. I really don't want to use a Banishing Light on it, though. It's like, ugh. Yeah. Whoops. Might as well. Let's throw it on his Robber of the Rich here. And get rid of that thing. Like I said, sluggish start. At least we have the toughness to block everything he attacks with without losing our walls. That's not bad. I don't think I want to use it quite yet. If I play this, we can tap it for mana. So I can get 3 out of it. Or I can have 3 left. I can go this way. Still have 3 left for the clock. Yeah, let's go this way to make my auras cheaper. And then next turn I'll play the Owl. So that I can maybe dig for some kind of decent artifact or enchantment. Hopefully an aura, like an All That Glitters would be ideal. And then for 1 mana I can throw that All That Glitters onto him and he'll get pumped up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the All That Glitters will be 6. He'll get +6/+6. Wow, and he's flying, so that's pretty cool. Man, he's getting a lot of little guys here, though. And my walls don't kill much. They just block damage. Okay, so he is moving in now. Just those 2 guys? That was an interesting attack. If he didn't have a combat trick in his hand, yeah, I don't really see why he attacked with only those 2 guys. Let's do that. Burning mana costs 3 or greater. I can use the ECD to hit that guy. Now let's just go for another Owl. We'll dig again next turn. I don't really want to exile anything yet. I need blockers. I need to, so I can't attack with this guy. Yeah, what is this? This is the guy who becomes blocked. Create a thing. Okay. I'm just gonna have to pass that turn. See what he does. Go defensive right now. There he goes. Okay. Okay, resolve here. I wouldn't mind some life gain. That'd be kind of nice. He's got a lot of little 1/1s. Yes, if he attacks with them, I can start picking them off. Let's get this going a little bit more here. Now let's drop this guy. He knows I have it in my hand. This guy's not too useful right now. Ugh. Another one. This thing. That wouldn't be bad. I can gain life. That would actually... That life gain would be useful. And All That Glitters would be a little bit more useful, though. I have 4 mana. 1 to play it. 3 more to equip it. I'll put on one of these owls, so I can get lots of lifelink. This guy here, and then I'll attack with just him. Start wearing his life total down. And in the process, me gaining life back. So now he's really got to put a lot of pressure. With those 9/1/1s though, yikes. But I can keep picking him off though too every time he attacks. So we're kind of in a little bit of a, I don't know. 3 mana, so he can do that. Discard a card, draw a card. He does have a card to discard. And it looks like he doesn't want to do it. So, he is attacking big. Not surprised. Yep. Okay. Is that okay? Yes? No? Okay, there we go. What does it keep waiting for? Oh, to activate the ability. Whatever. So let's chump some of these 1/1s. Block these guys. They can't get through the wall. That's about it. 7, 8 damage. Ugh. He's got something, though. What does he have? What does he have? Okay. Still, I was going to say, still waiting for him a bit. Alright. 8 damage. Maybe I can start moving this Shadowspear around. It's only how much to equip? 2 to equip. So I can maybe attack with this owl and then move it on to another creature afterwards. I have to leave a lot defense to block him, or else he's just gonna wear me down. So we'll attack with this guy, gain some life. He's got something. It keeps waiting for him for some reason. That's 2 mana, so we'll drop that. Do I want to exile something? I should probably hit something for exile. Like his double strike? Yeah, let's hit his double strike guy. And now we're going to move this. Okay, I'm just looking at what it's highlighting. It's highlighting my clock and the blue mana, so I'll still have white mana for this. I will move that over there. We'll call that the end of turn. So now I can gain life while I block some of his stuff. And the wall is now available to block his, what is this, Tin Street Cadet. Okay, so he's getting rid of that card in his hand. Seeing what else he's got. Maybe he's got the end game card here. No? Main fate? No? Okay, so he does nothing. My clock is ticking away. What is that, 9? Ooh. 9 is kind of nice. I like that. Only 3 away from 12. I got lots of mana untapped. So let's go next. What can I do? 4, 8, 9 damage to him in the air. Let's go that way. And then we'll go this way for extra damage. And then I'll re-equip this thing onto my other owl. And that's good stuff. Like so. Oh, mono red. You have to force me to drag the game on. To be so defensive all the time. That's pretty bad that he got that, and I have no removal for it. Not that any of my removal is instant speed anyways. All my removal is enchantments, Frogifys, Fishifys. Oh, right. That sucks. That really does suck. Yeah, no, there's not really much I can do about that. Unfortunately. Target creature, yeah. Bummer. Bummer, bummer. These walls can still block. The owl can still block. One card in his hand. He needs to end it though. That's 12 damage there. 12, 14, 16 is what he's sending at me. He has a card in hand and 2 mana. And we're still waiting. He's now declared attackers, but he still has a chance to play whatever's in his hand. Chooses not to. Okay. I'm also going to not play my stuff. Blockers. Well, let's just take this guy out here. Block that, block that. So that's, wait. Okay, that's 5 there. So now it's 4, which is 8. 10 damage. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Unless he doesn't double that somehow. Even then, I'd be down to 2 health. Let's amp that up a little bit. So he's able to survive the fire prophecy. And then he'll still kill his nest robber. Although this guy will unfortunately die. He's going to take a total of 5 damage. But at least combat will still happen and he'll kill the nest robber. If I didn't do anything, the fire prophecy would have killed him. And the nest robber would survive. My opponent's nest robber here. But this way they both die. So, might as well. Fortunately, I won't be able to kill him though. Do I have enough mana? I think I do. I do. That's the 12th hour. Boom. Well, that's very nice. That looks very bad for our opponent. Oh, wow. There's all that glitters I was looking for. Alright. So now he keeps sacking goblins, killing my artifacts with his thing, which I'm going to take out very soon. These are all goblins, right? Yeah, he would have to... He's going to have to sacrifice a lot of goblins. Artifact. Artifact. So he can only hit the owl and these 2 guys. But you know what? I can just go like this. I think that's probably game. Even if he takes it down another... Ah, damn it. He can hit the owl though. I'll go this way. And if he does in response hit that owl, I'll play the other All That Glitters onto one of these guys, and that should be enough. He's got to figure out what he's destroying here with this guy's ability. He should take out these walls. He's going to lose 2 more goblins to do it, but he should do it because it's going to weaken my stuff. How much is this? I can still probably play this. This guy, and maybe an All That Glitters onto a Transcendent Envoy. That would be really helpful. So he should hit that other wall there. There he goes. And he sacrificed his own guy. Smart, clever. So we'll play this now. He's got no other little tricks he can do. Now we get some constellation rewards. Still have a mana left for this too. Can I play that? Oh, I already played a land. Next. Oh, that is game actually, with these 2. Boom, there we go. Ooh. Whew, that was a long one. Ooh, that is gross. I like the scry off the bat here, but no creatures whatsoever. And all equipment, auras, yeah, definitely have to get rid of that. Alright, not ideal, but can make it work. Let's ditch the Fishify. Yeah. Scry on the first turn, get another planes on the second turn. And hope that I don't draw too many lands, of course. I actually do want that guy though. And it's not a land. Or, I don't know. Yay! That went horribly. What do I do with my hands? What do I normally do with my hands? Nah, that guy wouldn't really, I wouldn't be blocking with that guy anyways, so stick with the plan. I'm the man with a plan. Carry on. We're working on some kind of sacrifice deck here. That's what it's looking like it's turning out to be. Oop. I could play both of these two guys. Well, might as well. Oh, he's got something. What's he got? What's he got? Ooh, maybe I should have held up the blessing so I could protect. Whoops. That might backfire. It might not. We'll see. No fear. He's just getting right in there. I don't really care about that guy. Good stuff. He didn't feed him to his Hobble Fiend? Ooh. All that to get rid of a wall token. I'm a little worried about what these other 3 cards he's got. Okay, Magma. Not totally scary yet. Could start working towards another wall. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? If I play a land this turn, I don't think... Oh, I guess I did. I was going to say I don't think so, but I guess I did. Yeah, I guess we'll just attack. So I'm not blocking any of this stuff with my Envoy. Right on to combat. Yeah, he goes all in. Yep. Okay. What the heck is this thing? Until end of turn, if you dealt damage, would die, exile it instead. Oh, it's not a bad card. What is that, Theros? I've never seen that card before. Theros. Huh. Interesting. Okay, oh my god. I could use some, what was I going to say, removal or something like that? Yeah. So 3 to get it out and equip, or I can hit this guy and see what I get, and then I'll have 1 mana left. Yeah, let's drop this guy. And then we'll see what I can dig up here. Alright, ECD, 3 or greater. Yeah, he has everything really low mana cost, so let's go with this one. I'll hold on to that because I want to save my mana for this thing. For the Karametra's Blessing. Hexproof and indestructible. So I can use it right now to save this creature. You know what? I probably should. It only gives it +2/+2 because it's not enchanted or an enchantment. But my turn's not over yet. So he cycles that, and it's back to a 3/3. 2 cards in hand. He sees this. Gunning for that owl. He hates that owl. What did that owl ever do to you, man? He still had summoning sickness. He's never even attacked you. It's so harsh. Okay. 2 life. Who do I want to hit up with this thing? I can make it only cost 1 blue if I play this guy first. That's a good idea. Which one do I put it on? Let's go this guy. And he sacks it, okay. Not too surprising. Do I want to attack? For 1 damage? I don't think it's worth it, no. I wonder if he saw that coming. Probably did by the looks of it. That sucks. So now he's going to kill both of these guys. That is not fair. That is cheating. I get that now. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, let's get rid of the powerful guy. And I am not going to play this on my wall. But I might equip this to my wall. Why not? Give it lifelink. I have the mana. Let's do it. Scry 2. Alright. He wants to make sure he gets some good cards. I'd like to do that too. I don't think I have a whole lot of Scry in this deck though, unfortunately. I missed what he did there. I think 2 to the bottom. Another owl. So if I play it, what does he do? Does he respond with something? No. So what do I got? Wow, okay. Another one of these. So that's probably going to scare him. Can't attack with anything. Should just go to my next main phase, right? Yeah, and it's waiting for me to do, if I want to do this, which I don't, of course. There'd be no point in doing it. Alright, now he's going to start pinging me with his Magmutt. Hopefully. Yes! I was going to say hopefully. What I was about to say is hopefully I can get this all that glitters onto the owl. And that would be 2 mana. Another 2 mana to move this over. Which would be... That would get... It gets 1/1/1 because it is an enchantment. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Artifacts and enchantments. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He'd get 5/5. So he'd be an 8/8. And then when this equips, he'd be a 9/9 with a lifelink. And I'd be flying over. 9 damage, and then I gain 9 life. He just didn't have enough. He couldn't throw enough damage at me to hold that back. So I think that was a pretty good run. Okay, so here we are. Post-game little wrap-up here. We come back to the deck. So something you might want to go with, instead of this giant killer, maybe add an extra ECD because it's an enchantment. Oh, there's already 2 in here. I could have done that right off the bat. But that's one rare that you could use more of, and it did drop our creatures, you noticed. You could add more Shark Typhoons. Oh yeah, right, I'm not in my beginner's account. That's why I have these cards. You could add more Shark Typhoons. How many do I have? 3, okay. You could add, I'd say, maybe 1 or 2 Shark Typhoons in place of maybe a Luminous Broodmoth, because you don't have a lot of flying. I said we'd get there and talk about him. So he's going to be one that if you want to increase other rares, the rares I tell you, he's going to be an easy one to take away. In fact, if you want to increase your rare cards in this deck, I would first go for this guy, because he is just brutal, especially in a deck like this when you're running all kinds of enchantments. So let's say you were willing to use, in my case, 3. So I don't only have the 1 that you guys should all have in your starting decks as well. So if you want to use 3 wild cards on here, that's great. I would say take out the Broodmoth first and then the 2 Shambling Suits. The reason why I took out the Shambling Suits is because that constellation effect is only triggered with enchantments, not artifacts. So when you start leaning more on the constellation ability, you want more enchantments rather than artifacts, which is why I took out the Shambling Suit. Because this guy pumping out all those little Pegasus, you have, as long as you have this guy on the battlefield, they all have a lifelink. It gets pretty brutal with all these enchantments that you're playing. Another rare you might want to add for card draw is this Midnight Clock. You could add a couple more of those. And what I would take out would be probably, since we have all this lifelink here, I'm going to drop the Shadowspear. And we do want more enchantment creatures like this, this Envoy here. And the reason we want those is because this is much more effective on them. But yeah, you go like that, focus this guy, try to keep your creatures in here so you have something to do some damage. Remember though, your Archon of Sun's Grace, if you're going to do 4 of them, you're going to be pumping out a lot of Pegasus tokens. Once you get that 4 mana and you play them, yeah, and then you can use this. You can't dig for him with your Arcanist Owl, but you can dig for all kinds of other things in here that are very useful. Midnight Clocks, all kinds of, like, that's a great card. It's mana ramp, which blue-white, you don't get a lot of mana ramp, so that's a start there. And of course, part of the fun of Magic is just playing around on your own and seeing what rares work with whatever you want to do. So part of it could be like that. And there's one other thing I wanted to mention to you, though. How much mana is he? 5, I think. Creature. Terror of the Peaks. So here's what I was referring to you earlier when I said you got to really read the cards. So read Terror of the Peaks. This actually caught me by surprise in a game. It worked out to my advantage. I ended up winning the game, so it was all good. But opponent was probably very upset. He was confused too. I could see him reading the cards and everything, trying to figure out what just happened. And I was doing the same thing. It was really funny. What I did is I played a Banishing Light and I exiled my opponent's Terror of the Peaks. And as I played that, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to lose 3 life because I'm targeting Terror of the Peaks. So, but I need to get that Terror of the Peaks exiled. I need to get him off the battlefield if I have any chance of winning this game. So I played it and I targeted him. And I didn't lose 3 life. And both, like I said, both me and my opponent were reading the cards like, what just happened? Why did he not lose 3 life? And we were both so confused about it. But if you read this card carefully, spells. Spells your opponents cast that target Terror of the Peaks cost an additional 3 life to cast. Right? So that's the ability we're focusing on. I'm not going to read the rest because it's that one ability right there that we're focusing on. Spells your opponents cast that target terror. Banishing Light, when it enters the battlefield, the spell you are casting is an enchantment, a global enchantment. So when it hits the battlefield, the spell has already resolved and it has not targeted the Terror of the Peaks yet. After it enters the battlefield, it triggers its own, what we call an ETB trigger. ETB enters the battlefield, and then you get to target with the enchantment's ability. It's the ability that's targeting Terror of the Peaks, not a spell. So that's something you really got to watch out for. And that's my little piece of golden advice for this video. So if you liked that piece of advice, plus this deck and anything else you saw here, by all means hit that thumbs up button and definitely subscribe. And this was fun. I'll see you guys at the next video. Cheers.